In studio right now, and she is running for Oneida County Family Court Judge, is Julie Giruzzi-Mosca. Good morning.
Good morning.
Officially, we do a disclaimer here.
Yes, because you are really good at video production and the like.
That is an awesome thing for you to say.
Well, you are. You're very talented. By the way, if you can give your cell phone number, we can get you a plug.
Get it right
free
out
plug.
there. Yeah.
But so you do this for some candidates and for many sponsors as well. You do some production, and I understand you've been hired by Julie's campaign.
It is true. Full disclosure that we are doing marketing work for Julie. Later this morning, we'll speak with your opponent, Paul. Why should people vote for you to be Oneida County's next family court judge? Julie.
Well, Bill, I've been working in family court almost 2 decades. I started in family court, and I'm there today. It is 90% of my practice. First time I walked in that courthouse and represented my first child, I knew that's where I needed to be. That's where I needed to work. And I have the experience. I have the compassion. And I have a thick skin, which you do need to be a judge in family court.
It is, I was thinking about this this morning as I'm going to be talking with both of you. It is one of the toughest places to go into. I feel like I could be an attorney myself. I've spent so much time in family court over the years. But I've spent some time there, and it's tough. I mean, you're allowing someone else to make the decision about your kids and your family. That's not easy.
Absolutely. And, you know, again, I always tell my clients, wouldn't it be great if you could figure out for yourself custody for your children, who's going to have them when? But, you know, most of the time you're in turmoil. People can't do that. So you're leaving it to a judge who knows nothing about you. He's or she is meeting you for the first time when you walk in that courtroom. Some people aren't great on the stand. Some people get nervous. They don't present well on the stand. Do you want to be judged by that? You want a judge that knows all of this, that knows that sometimes you're having a bad day, maybe you're not saying the right stuff. You want somebody with the experience in there. You know, as a family court judge, any day of the week, that judge is the most hated person in the courtroom because you're making decisions that affect lives. Some of those decisions are life and death. When you're removing a child from someone's home, everybody in that room hates you on that day, and you're going to be ridiculed. You know, as a family court lawyer, I've been threatened, I've been stalked, and that's what you deal, and that's just as the lawyer. So could you imagine as the judge what they receive? How do
you deal with because it's very difficult today. There are so many different things in the court system. We were just talking about how the jail down in Herkimer County and how many people would be in jail if it weren't for drugs today. How many cases end up in family court because kids are in a tough position based on drugs. It's a tough system today.
Wow, yeah, and it's more and more every day. It's not just, as I said, about the custody. And again, drugs can tie into that as well. A parent may have a drug issue, so the other parent steps in for custody because of that. But that's where we're seeing a lot of the abuse and neglect cases because either one or both of the parents have a drug issue, which then may lead to domestic violence and other issues. So we are seeing kids being, pulled from the homes because of this.
What are your thoughts on programs like Peacemaker? These are mediation groups that will come in and kind of try to accomplish what you were talking about, or maybe coming up with a decision that, between the two parents and then presenting it to the judge. What are your thoughts on utilizing those, and do we use them enough right now?
You know what? I don't think we use them enough, and I think Peacemaker is a great program. I've had people that have gone to Peacemaker and pretty much resolved maybe 90% of the issues. They couldn't finalize that last bit, so then they came to the lawyers and into the court. But I think if you utilize Peacemaker, if you can't resolve your whole case, you can still get something done. They're well-trained. They come in the courthouse. They listen. They reach out to us. They ask us questions. So I think it's a great program.
There was a time in the system that a lot of people felt that if you were a guy, you didn't have a shot. It seems like that has changed. Where do you stand on that?
Well, you're looking at the guy's attorney because I have a lot of gentlemen that come to me for custody matters. I'm a true believer that both parents are walking in equally. Mother and father both have equal rights, equal access to their children until somebody can prove otherwise. We're in a world right now where both parents work now. Mothers work, fathers work. They both take the kids to the doctor's appointments and the extracurricular activities. So why would they be treated any differently in family court?
All right, your final plea. This won't be your final time on, I'm assuming, but as if the election is tomorrow. But it's early, but it's not. 50 some odd days. Why should people vote Julie Giruzzi-Mosca for family court?
because I have the experience and I have the compassion. What I care about is children. Children are my passion, and that's the type of person we need in family court.
All right, Julie, thanks so much.
Thank you, Bill.
We'll do it again. Quick break.